I've returned. Now let's continue where we left off, shall we? Yes, and it seems that we have changed our base of operations. Truly, truly a predicament we're in now that there's no impound lot, and, well, somehow the corporate stuff was able to bring our entire base over to this ship without having it getting blown up by all the minefields in the area. Yeah. Huh. Wait. Oh yeah, these are the Mega Core people. What up, Is that Duncan? Yeah, that's Duncan. Yep. There's Jomo and Senior Inspector Cho. And yeah. Hopefully we don't get shot to death. Some chemical lab. Right. Let's get to the wait. Huh. Anyway. Oh, I saw something for a second. Yes, hello, Captain Utama. A weathered troll with a relaxed posture and a commanding presence dominates the cabin. Her face is serious, but her dual-colored eyes glint with a curiosity as she runs them over you. It is my honor to introduce you to Captain Utama, our most gracious and benevolent host. Jomo bows deeply. My captain, I thank you for the generous hospitality. I remain your humble servant and offer my deepest respect. She steps forward and places a gnarled hand on Jomo's shoulder. Strain your damn back, Jomo. Pay your respects if you must, but I have no use for men who bow and scrape. Jomo's back snaps straight, and he hurriedly retreats to his original position. His smile remains as relaxed as ever, but you can't help but notice the bead of perspiration that traces its way down his forehead. The captain shifts her gaze towards you, studying your face through her eyes the color of dirty ice. A smile slowly creeps across her face, twisting the scar across her lips into a second grin. So you, Shadowrunner. You are welcome aboard the Ben 10. Mind my rules, and you may stay here for as long as you wish. Well, we appreciate your hospitality, Captain Utama. You are doing us a tremendous favor. The troll's scarred lips twitch upward in amusement. I do you no favor, boy. My hospitality was brought and paid for, not given. Look to your friend, she wrote the check. Savor the moment, Steel Samurai. You're looking at the end result of me calling in the very last of my favors with corporate. The scarred troll's smile broadens. My hospitality is not given, Shadowrunner. It is rented. Now before you get settled in, there is a small matter that we must discuss. I'm listening. She rests her hands on her hips. This is my ship. Your friend here has paid your passage, yes, but if you were to prove to be a disruptive presence on this vessel, I will not hesitate to have tossed you overboard, unless you relish the idea of swimming with awakened sharks and active minds. You will mind your manners during your stay. Don't worry, I'll stay out of your sailor's hair. I certainly hope so. You wouldn't be the first guest that I've had to put over the side. All of the splashing, the screaming, it's quite distracting to the men working on deck. They won't make a peep, Captain Utama. I promise. This is going to be the home for the foreseeable future, Steel Samurai. We've got nowhere else to go, and I'm fresh out of strings to pull. We get Mitsuhama something that they can use, something irrefutable, or we just reassign ourselves to life on the open sea. Then we find something that they can use. That's right, we do. And we start with Lom's PDA. Meet me at my command trailer. We're going to crack that thing, and we're going to find some answers. So, tell me about yourself, Captain. The Captain's wheelhouse is surprisingly warm despite its coldly utilitarian interior. Sounds of sea breeze outside roll over the cabin and a soft whistle hums through the cluttered room. You find Utama standing near a makeshift wet bar, crates, and tool chests loaded with full of liquor bottles and all pleat onto the coffee table that sags under the weight. The Captain swirls a clear, yellow-tinted liquid around the interior of a thick glass. You watch her grab a pinch of what looks like salt from a small open dish, then carefully sprinkle it into a cup. Her voice is hard when she addresses you, but her eyes remain locked onto the drink, which she continues to switch around and around in ever-tightening circles. Getting acquainted with Benteng, are we? She holds the glass up to her nose and inhales. Satisfied, she takes a sip. Her eyes flash towards you. Good. I hate drinking alone. She mushes the wet bar with her elbow. Water? No thanks, I'll pass. The Captain takes a slow sip of her drink. With a small smack of her lips, she tilts her head towards you and stares at you through dual-colored eyes. After a moment, she shrugs. Something on your mind, Shadowrunner? There's a small saucer of powder over the wet bar. What is it? Utamash sniffs loudly through her nose, studies you for a moment before replying. What do you think it is? I don't know. You saw you sprinkle it into your drink, though. Ah! She rubs a hand on the back of her neck. I spent the better part of my life on the open sea. They say that when you first start sailing, you have to earn your sea legs. Otherwise, the rolling sickness will get you. I never did that. Never had to have my sea legs from the first time I ever set foot on a boat. Didn't realize that I could catch up onto you. Though it seems as I get older, my stomach rolls with the waves more and more. She points towards the powder in the saucer. It's an antiemetic. Keeps you from turning green on the job. If you ever find yourself in need of some, you help yourself to my stash, but don't overdo it. A little goes a long way. What's it like to be a female pirate? Got its ups, got its downs. Many sailing men, captains, and crews alike view female seafarers with a critical eye. We're always at a disadvantage. The glare has even landed on me from time to time. Never mind the fact that I'm one of the best damn sea captains to ever grace the ports of this sorry planet. I have to make display of my power before I'm assumed to have it. On the other hand, and in the same vein, we're often underestimated. This can work to our advantage. I never demean myself to get the upper hand, but I will use a man's idiocy against him to his own benefit. There's no shame in that. The Captain flicks a piece of lint off her shirt. At the end of the day, I wouldn't change things. It's a good life and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Alright, gotta go. Hello, Andrel Luklanov. Racks of medical supplies and cybernetic components line the walls of this room. Across from the doorway, heavy-duty instruments are crammed together to conserve as much space as possible. Many of them look neglected with a fine layer of dust and grime coating every raised surface. Other implements have clearly seen such regular use that they appear polished from all the handling. A man stands toward the left side of the room. He wears a fitted, high-collar coat that looks like it gives him a lot more movement room and flexibility in his arms. A virtual retina display hangs over his right eye, highlighting it in yellow. He greets you with a nod and a quick smile. Welcome. He studies her face. You're new around here, I take it. Without a warning, Without waiting for an answer, he continues. The name's Andrew. I'm in the ware business. Got a large inventory if you're interested in buying. Okay, so you're the cyberware guy. I'm more interested in answers. You have a minute? Andre's eyes narrow. He takes a half step back, a cautious look on his face. Yes. What kind of answers you looking for? Who are you? Well, name's Steel Samurai. I thought maybe you and I could talk about what you do here. Seems like a strange place to set up shop. The man visibly relaxes. He breathes through his mouth and finishes the gesture with a smile. Sorry about that. Those who roll the pirates often have long histories of their own. I shouldn't have to jump to conclusions. I mean, no offense. Sounds like you're carrying some baggage, Andre. I know what that's like. He runs a hand behind his neck, carefully considering his next words. Slowly, he responds. Yeah, I suppose that if you're here, you would. It isn't a terribly exciting story. Let's just say that I've got a few creditors up my ass, and I leave it at that. So how'd you end up here? You really want to know? I got nothing better to do. Looks at the mission, looks at the main storyline. Yeah, nothing to do. Alright, why not? The Joholoa appear to be sold on value of you Shadowrunners. They must have information that I don't. But if they trust you, then I suppose that's all I need. He grabs his bearded chin and his eyes sink into the floor with thought. Well, where to begin? I was a physician back in Russia, worked in the trauma ward. It was an emotionally grueling profession. One thing led to another, and it wasn't long before I found myself hooked on BTL chips. That's where the debt comes in. A lot of debt. So much that there was no way I could play it all back in my lifetime. Given my options, I decided that all do-over was in order, so I left my old life behind. Well, I tried to, at any rate. It seemed that no matter where I went, my creditors were always right on my tail. All the way up until I fled to Indonesia. He smiles weakly. There I met the glorious Captain Utama, and her sailors. The rest is history. Well, there was no way that this bunch could let you on board for free. What was the catch? You're a sharp one. Nothing comes free, eh? The price of my lease, my asylum was here was 10 years of indentured service as the Benteng's onboard cyber surgeon. At the time, I thought the deal was manageable, but continuing my habits since driven those 10 years of service to 30. Truth is, I may die before I even repay the captain, but let me tell you, indentured service among Loho Joa beats the hell out of being adapted to back in the motherland. He looks contentedly around the medical bay. I got more here than I could ever hope for in my own life. And how are you getting along with the pirates? I've gotten used to them, and they've gotten used to me. They can be real slave drivers at times, but at their core, they're decent people. They may have laid claim to me for the rest of my natural life, but at least they wouldn't work a man to death. He chuckles. Well, not quickly anyway. Well, like you said, it could be worse. Glad it's not. Try to remember myself as often as I can. I have a lot to be grateful for, even if it doesn't always feel like it. He snaps out of his nostalgia and sits up straight. His tone becomes businesslike again. Anyway, is there something I can get you while you're here? What cyberware you got? Let's see. Yep. I'm looking forward to get that one. Is there anything else I needed to buy? No, that's it actually. Yeah, I bought the heist. Well, not the strongest sword in the game, but I bought Ace. The strongest sword I could possibly have that doesn't involve cheat casting. And I already got the minigun. So yeah, all that's left is just fill the rest of my shit up with as much cyber tech as I can. So, yep. So I'm just gonna... I could get this one and give me 6 health and quickness, passive dodge, passive quickness. What other legs? Again, that's 1 dodge, 1 quickness. trauma damper. Could have that one. That's a brain attachment. Let's see here. What's this one? Passive 8 HP, quickness, dodge. I'll save for this one actually. I think I'll save for the, where is it? It's the one that costs 3,000 new yen. Or 5,000 actually. Yeah, this one. Yeah, Universal Omnitech Cyberleg. Yeah, I'll save for this one because that gives passive HP, quickness, and dodge. So I'll save for that one. Alright, see ya. Good to know where the cyber surgeon is. I don't really need to look out for the weapon, any weapon salesman or armor salesman, because I pretty much got the best armor in the game. And yeah, got my minigun, which does the most damage possible that I could get in the game. I mean, I could have also gotten the sniper, which would have been cheaper. I think the sniper was cheaper anyway, but nah. Well, yeah, the sniper was cheaper, but I guess it doesn't have the same damage output as a minigun. But anyway, a woman in an armored trench coat hunches over a smoking grill, her assault rifle leaned up against a nearby crate. She paws against an assortment of rapidly blackening fish, eel, squid, and other sea life, all while fixing them with a critical glare. She glances up and squints at you as you approach. You're not a prisoner, and you don't look like a pirate. And this sure as hell ain't a standard tourist destination. Welcome to Benteng. Where you are, it's the finest pirate barge in at least a 50-mile radius. I'm the Steel Samurai. Who are you? Chastity Blackwell, independent mercenary. I've seen action from the Xenia to the Transpolar Alouette Nation. But for right now, I'm having a big time off with the Joho Loa. None of shoots at me on the Benteng, and most of the visitors are potential clients. I assume you're a cook or something. Chastity snorts. Of course you did. And if I was, Utama's crew would have been a hell of a lot better off. The official chef on this boat isn't a cook so much as he is a nutrient necromancer. He casts some kind of vaguely filling curse on your intestines. You'll survive, but you'll hate every minute of it. So I cook my own food. Why doesn't Utama have a better cook? Honestly, I don't know. A good cook will make or break morale. Everybody who has ever served on a ship knows that. I can only assume that Rinaldi is really good at something else. From what I hear, he used to be a targeting officer on a rebel Hulk missile cruiser. Maybe he's the guy that's set up on the Benteng's defensive perimeter. I'm not sure. Still, you think that a bunch of damn Filipino and Indonesian pirates would stock half a decent spice cabinet, but no. It's all pre-packaged spice mixes, mostly scrounged from instant noodle packages. I'd have killed with some sambal killick a month ago. After Rinaldi tried to make some bebek goreng using fast food chili packets, they finally let me go ashore for supplies. So, what do you know about the Joho Lawa? Quite a bit. They're pirates. They live around Hong Kong, and Jomo is only slightly crazier than most of them. What is there else to know? Sorry, I assume you're interested in something particular. How do they get started? There were Filipino refugees mostly. Two clans, the Jowo and Loa, resisted the Japanese occupation of Philippines. Some joined the Hawk rebels, but most decided to join the Hakka fishing communities around Hong Kong. Over the years, they intermarried at first with each other, and then with the Chinese, Indonesians, and Malaysians as well. The whole venture is pretty much a family affair. Each ship tends to be run along family lines. The captain is the family elder, backed by their spouse as first mate. The eldest child, sometimes sibling, is the bosun, and the kids are the deckhands. Seems to work out well. It's basically just a family business, and fleets of ships are extended family. Chastity gestures towards the expanse of Bentang, smiles crudely. Because of that, they're united, but independent. Take the Bentang, for example. It isn't just Utama's ship, it's her family, her house, her business, and her legacy to pass on to her children. That's part of why they don't like stand-up fights as much as they do hit-and-run jobs. Nobody wants to get their family killed. Where do they operate? They'll go anywhere in the South China Sea. I've only heard stories that they get as far as North Hangzhou sometimes, and make their runs down to Darwin, if the cargo's right. But in terms of their home base, it's been in Sai Kung for over 10 years. They're all 100% Hong Kong natives, even if some of the locals don't seem to think so. Chastity grins truthfully. Yeah, I guess that's part of why I like them so much. They're the kind of mixed-up, multinational family that makes modern world so interesting. Their only nation is their fleet, and their language is a mix-up of Indonesian, Cantonese, Tagalog, Malay, Spanish, and English. They're beholden to no one but themselves. It's an admirable thing in this day and age. What's the pirate life like? Chastity frowns, glancing at your sidelong fashion. Why are you asking me and not Jomo? You know him better than you know me. I only know what I see from the outside. I mean, I guess I know more about them than most people. She sighs and shrugs. Okay, well, I guess the first thing to know is that it isn't as glamorous as they make it out to be. Most of the Joe ships are living hand to mouth. They don't have any savings, and they can wind up stranded if something breaks down at sea. It's mostly a lot of sailing around, bribing harbor masters to find what ships are carrying the good stuff, and then running off to steal it all. Some pirates show up with the big guns. This family would rather do it with a fast hit and run. Sure, they got big guns, but that'll only use them as a last resort. Ammo costs money, you know. How'd you get into cooking? Are you kidding me? Chastity smirks, folding her arms over her chest. After a minute, her smirk fades. Oh, you're serious? Okay, so basically there are types of mercenaries. She lifts a hand and starts counting on her fingers. The first type are those who work in big outfits like Met 2000, Brightblade, Tsunami, or whatever. They're not much different from corporate armies in a lot of ways. They got tons of support and finances, so everywhere they go, they build bases with mess halls, barracks, and the works. Second, you got small units that sign up with well-established clients. They don't work for a big PMC, but maybe they've got a team of 50 or so. They get contracts from reasonably lucrative clients. A lot of work in Africa from corporations or urban convoy duty in areas that are still a bit iffy. Places like Carcass, Vladivostok, Lagos, whatever. These units rougher a bit more, but they're usually attached to larger groups as extra muscle. They got people like me, true freelancers, cowboys. We fill out the gaps in the larger units, but we can never tell how big of a group we'll be in sometimes. A corporation needs some soldiers garrisoned at some mine, and then they rough out 10 of us and they throw us out into the field with nothing but what we brought us. Unless you have some kind of unhealthy love for field rations, you learn to cook whatever you got around. Or maybe you make friends with someone who does. Why hang out on a boat rather than a safe house? I like boats. I like sailors. Chastity shrugs. I spent a lot of time as hired muscle on from drone container ships to small smuggling vessels. Most of those boats were in the Aegean, though. Quick runs between small islands. Shit, I remember this one time. Chelsea starts snickering to herself. The snicker becomes a chuckle, and the chuckle eventually turns to a roaring laugh as she doubles over, clutching her sides. You right there? Chastity begins coughing in an effort to catch her breath. Sorry, she gestures excitedly towards the grill with one hand. The fish! She finally puts herself together. The missionary stands up and takes a long, deep breath, wiping a tear from her eye. She launches into a story. Okay, so this one time I was out on a fishing boat, but the skipper was actually running guns and missiles to the bar, alright? Not much danger out aside from the other runners and pirates, so we're taking it slow. A nice, warm summer cruise. I've been amusing myself by fishing for while I kept watch. Got a tug on my line and I reeled this amazing gilt-head sea bream. It was beautiful and a good 10 kilos. She stares off into the distance, shaking her head in disbelief. I knew right then and that it's what we're having for dinner tonight. That night. That's a hell of big of a fish. One of the other marks on the boat was this elf pistol adept, fastidious guy, liked his wine and food. Anyway, he sidles up, asks what I'm gonna do with it. What do you think I'm gonna do? I say. I'm gonna grill it up with some olive oil, limbs, and garlic. You know, standard Greek style stuff. When the elf gets a look like I slapped his mother, he screws up his face into a sneer and asks what the hell is wrong with me. I asked him how'd he do it. You have to poach a fish like that, lay down a bed of pilaf rice, zucchini, bell peppers, and onions. You gotta cock it in foil with a touch of wine. Only a barbarian would drill it, he says to me. Chastity drops her head, grinning. That wasn't something I wasn't prepared to hear. I explained to him that to preserve the fish's natural flavor, grilling was a superior choice. I might have suggested he had delusions of aristocracy. He countered that his method would create a superior flavor profile overall as well as be a complete meal, and questioned if my mother had been a goat and my father had been a chimpanzee. That went on until he had his Colt Manhunter's barrel halfway into my mouth and my combat knife was pressing against his trachea. Would have kept up our argument too if the first mate hadn't doused us with a fire hose. Chastity grins at you expectantly. All this over how to cook a fish? I don't know what's like where you were from, pal, but in my book, dinner is very serious business. Anyway, we all blasted with the fire hose, and the fish got blasted through the scooper and back out to sea. So the whole argument went out as some sort of fizzling out. I think we end up having a spam and eggs instead. Well, see ya. Huh. Big argument over fish. Hello, friendly orc. With an easy smile and a relaxed body language, something about this orc seems intrinsically pleasant. Despite the myriad of guns and swords laying around on the table near him, he raises a hand in greeting you as you approach. Hey stranger, it's always nice to see a new face out here. Nice to meet you too. You part of this crew? Who, me? Nah man, just hanging out here until my next job. I know some of the crew and it's a good transit hub if you're looking to go by places by ship and stay off the official records. It's a pretty cool place, truth be told. Name's Garrick, by the way. Wandering swordsman at the service. What kind of swordsmanship do you practice? A couple of styles. My first was Choi Li Foot, but I've picked up some Tai Jian as too. Garrick gestures towards the broad-bladed sword laying on the table near him. I'm a fan of the Dao over the thinner Jian. The weight feels better to my hand than that tiny blade. Or Kent and all that. Well, where you from? Garrett doesn't sound like a Chinese name. I grew up in the street of Oakland, California, Free State. You know, Orkland. He just towards the two tusks, grinning. Non-humans were very welcome in San Francisco after Japan began protecting it. Anybody who wasn't highly connected or a normal human got shoved out. I mean, you know how it is. A lot of people hate anyone with tusks or horns, right? Well, the Japanese in San Francisco took it to the next level. Maybe they saw it as their duty to clean up the city. Or maybe it was greed for the land the folks owned, but either way, whoop, out we went, at gunpoint. I was born a little after all that, but my parents told me all about it. Huh, no wonder you learned how to fight. No kidding, right? You grew up on the street and want to get out, you end up dead, in a gang or a Shadowrunner. Not a whole lot of middle ground for us. Garrett grabs one of the pistols off the nearby table, holding it up. This is your passport to a better life. It is that simple. Running hand along his jaw, the orc grins ruefully. Remind me to tell you about my tragic past too. Damn near guarantees a life as a Shadowrunner. I traveled up in Hong Kong. Garrick snaps his fingers excitedly. Haha, this ties to my tragic past, a tale of revenge in foreign lands, swords and sorcery, of dead parents and the criminal underworld. Why are you smiling if it's so tragic? Well, what do you expect? It happened when I was a kid, and that was ages ago. I lived in a slum surrounded by gangers and junkies. Objectively speaking, it was probably the best thing that happened to me. It got me out of Oakland. I'd gone to the corner store, and when I got back home, my home was on fire. My mom and dad had been hacked out with a machete. Don't know why. Maybe a BTL theft. Maybe they just got on the wrong side of one of the local gangs. Long story short, a local fixer felt bad and took me in. Started me off as an assistant and moved me up to be his muscle as I got older. Sounds like a familiar story to me. Figured it might. People like us. We tend to come up from the same kind of places. Nobody gives up easy street for a life of crime unless they are seriously screwed up in the head. But it's a better life than begging or being at the bottom of the food chain, yeah? Anyway, once I was old enough, Big Sven, the fixer, hooked me up with my Choli foot Sifu. That was when I got my first street jobs. Odd jobs here and there, and I'm not an adept, so I had to scrounge and to install whatever ware I could afford. I'm out here because my Sifu figured it was time for me to learn from other masters, so I've been visiting monks, triads, enforcers, and back alley schools for months now. You looking to avenge your parents? I guess if it comes up to it, or I hear something, it seems like the kind of thing I should be on about to do. But it was so damn long ago, I figure I can't afford to let it sit a bit longer. Garrick shrugs, spreading his arms helplessly. Maybe that's kind of weird, but I don't want to be a part of my past to define me. So, how did you get into the whole wandering swordsman thing? Seems a bit melodramatic. I grew up on the stories about wandering Jianghu swordsmen and other martial artists. I love reading books like The Water Margin, The Deer, and The Cauldron, and The Journey to the West. Those kinds of romance to it appealed me, and still does. An outlaw living by their own code, fighting the mighty powers, and living by their own wits. It beats the usual story I knew: poor, starve, die, poor. Oh, die poor, I should say. Not in the right tone, but yeah. Garrick gestures off towards the distance. Most people out there haven't got a shred of hope that there's anything better. When you live like that, it grinds you down. I figure that if I can see my life as a modern version of one of those classics, I keep my spirits up, and that's worth more to me than all the new yen in the world. See ya, Eric. Hope you find what you're looking for. Hey, thanks. If it happens, it happens. If not, at least I'll have an interesting trip. That's the thing, really. Be where you are, live when you are. Makes sense? Very zen, Garrick. Hello. Constable Hoy. The constable's attention is locked onto his PDA display. He inhales through his nose and speaks. Just because I'm standing here doesn't mean I'm not busy. He shrugs, his tattoos moving with the rise and fall of his shoulders. State your business. What are you gonna do when you're not being a cop? What do I do? You mean like my hobbies? That's kind of a strange thing to ask. Just humor. I'm curious. He shrugs. Sure, okay. I paint oils, mostly landscapes. I've had a few showings in Victoria Harbour coffee shops. Could change the subject maybe. This is getting a little too personal for my taste. Nice dad tattoo. Were you a ganger before you became a cop? Yeah, I got jumped in when I was a kid in my own neighborhood. It was impossible not to be. I got out when I was a teenager. Turned my life around when I was landed in the HCPF. They put my background to good use by sending me undercover. You're an narc? Yep, I work for an undercover for a couple of Kowloon City's nastiest street gangs. The Black Butchers and the 444s. They helped me to bring them down from the inside. Had to be off that detail. I was good at it, but doing that sort of work takes a toll. How'd you wind up on this task force? My cover got blown. Barely made it out of the 444 territory alive. Couldn't stay undercover any longer, so they had to find another use for me. When Lam told me about the task force, I volunteered. Well, thanks for the story. I'll be going now. Go on then. Well, that's the Kraken. Hello, pirate. A bored-looking pirate stands amid the collection of sea mines, a spiral-bound and laminated manual in one hand. The cover reads Ares MK62 Naval Mine. He's busy thumbing through it, a sour expression on his face. Hey, you need something? The pirate tosses the manual to the ground near him. What are you working on? Dashing detonators in these mines. The primary charge is already installed, but nothing's hooked up to the magnetometers. Wouldn't do much good in the water if they don't explode, you know? The pirate jerks a thumb towards the mines. The only reason that the Benteng and our other ships are safe is that we got enough explosives to level a small island without them. Without them, we'd be fighting up pirates left and right. Mines are the pirate code for don't even think about them. You got a name? Call me Tay. Not my real name, obviously, but that shouldn't be a surprise. You? You call me the Steel Samurai. Tay nods in satisfaction. Good name, I think. Nice to meet you. Why are you on mine prepping duty? Simple. I spent 12 years with the British Royal Navy and then an explosive ordnance disposal technician. If it explodes, I know how to set it up or to get rid of it. I wouldn't trust anyone else out there to handle them. That's for damn sure. Nobody else is trained. How'd you end up being a pirate? Happenstance mostly. You know, being an EOD tech teaches you to do in the real world absolutely nothing. There's not a lot of call for bomb disposal outside of the police, and after my tour of duty was up in the Navy, I had enough following orders. After 12 years with Her Majesty's salty service, my main aim was to get drunk and forget all about being a sailor. Packed my kit and went around the world. Ended up in the manhole, half dead of alcoholism, and met a local girl named Christina. It got serious. She introduced me to her family, and it turned out they were pirates. After we got married, I figured I might as well make myself useful. So here we are, priming mines and more things charge. The more they stay the same, right? You like it here? Like has nothing to do with it. These pirates are my family. Gotta stick by them. But yeah, I guess I do. I'd rather be on the bench with a bottle of whiskey, but I can sail to a beach and we've got whiskey in the hold. Nobody's asking me to get shot at, and we're prosperous enough to feed ourselves. It's not a bad life, all things considered. Besides, don't know how to do anything else aside from setting up and disarming explosives. Not exactly a normal job. I'm not much for family myself. Yeah, I heard you're some sort of mercenary. Doesn't seem like that'll lend itself much to family life. Probably better for everybody if you don't have one. Less distractions. Well, see you later, man. Same to you. Stay safe. Triple Alpha. Hello there. A powerfully built woman stands by one of the huge guns, smoking a cigarette. She's carrying a cyber deck and an assault rifle slung alongside it. She has a wide-eye alertness of someone who is either supernaturally hyper-aware or has a lot of headwear. Her stance is easy and relaxed. Its posture is someone who's ready to fight or flee at moment's notice, but doesn't expect that she'll have to. The woman nods her head at you, taking a long drag on her cigarette. You must be Steel Samurai. Heard about that dust-up in the Tiger's Den. Glad to see that you got out alive. Yeah, me too. You work for Utama and a crew? Nah, first time here. Just waiting for the rest of my crew to show up. The one looks at you up and down. You look exactly as I thought you would. Heard some stories about that business with Josephine Saul. You can call me Triple Alpha, by the way. Us old runners, we gotta stick together, you know? You stand by your crew, and they stand by you, and you can't count on anyone else. She purses her lips, looking around with an annoyed expression. If my crew would ever freaking get here, why am I always the first one on the scene anyway? I want to get out in the shadows and onto the beach. How big of a team do you have? You got a rigger, a mage, and an adept. I guess there's also our jack of all trades too. She's not really good at anything, but she's got a lot of heart. Totally unafraid to march alongside us, even all she can manage to do is plink away with that crappy pistol of hers. And there's me. You can guess what I do. Alpha gestures to the cyber deck, and the assault rifle slung across her back. Sounds like a good, solid crew. You're a good bunch, highly skilled, quiet, and we get along well. Can't ask for more than that. You look like you've seen a lot of action for yourself. Alpha lets out a rough cackle. Nah, you don't know the half of it. You tally up the guns I've been on, I think might have seen more than stuff than even Fast Jack. Might not be as old as him, but I think that I'd take jobs a lot more regularly than he does. I've been to Los Angeles and Seattle, Hong Kong and Berlin, and everywhere in between. If it's a weapon, I fired it. If it's a corporation, I run both for and against it. The woman gestures languidly with her cigarette as she speaks. It's never dull, I tell you that. So, what are you gonna do once you're out? Aside from me, from here to nice beach somewhere? I don't know. There's plenty of interesting stuff to see around the world. She takes a little drag on her cigarette and ponders the question. I want to see some old ruins, you know, temples and castles, stuff like that. I like history, so I'm always excited when I get to go to older cities like Rome or Athens. Heck, with as much money as I've got, maybe I'll take a trip into space and play tourist there too. Never been to space before. You staying out of the shadows for good? Alpha shakes her head and stares off into the distance. Nah, don't think so. Been running in the shadows for my whole life. It's all I've ever done. I don't know how to do anything else. It's more of a vacation. A break, if you will. I figure we take a break, hit some beaches, take in the sights that are off the beaten path, and come back when we're rested. You keep doing the same thing forever, you're bound to burn out. Alpha glances sidelong at you and gives a little grin. I wouldn't mind a little time off, I admit it. Maybe you'll get the chance. After you handle whatever's left for you in Hong Kong, you can always travel around the world after all. It's a little bit bittersweet, I guess. Not sure how long we're gonna be out of the life. It'll be a few years, at least. All of gear and cyber is getting old, and it's harder to keep up with the other runners out there. The kind of upgrades take time, you know. Not only do you have to track down the new stuff, you have to recuperate and all that. Pretty sure we'll be back, though, and where we are. She makes a low whistle and grins widely. Better watch out, because we'll be at the top of the line. See you later, Alpha. Hey, you take care of yourself, okay? It's a rough world out there. Nobody's gonna look out for you except your crew and yourself. Like you saw, I kind of feel like we've seen the same kind of runs. So watch your back, okay? She takes a long drag at her cigarette and flicks the butt away before lighting a new one. Always, Alpha. Good man. Never hurts to be careful. She just 2 fingers to her brow in a weary salute. Good luck. I think we might running into each other again after I got upgraded again and taken a bit of a break. Looking forward to it when it happens. Alright. Hello, Quartermaster. I see you're still well. Let me look at your special stock again. Yeah, the sniper does about the same damage as a minigun, but obviously uses has a low cap because it doesn't carry as much ammo as a minigun would. But I'll focus on increasing my quickness skill. I'm mainly going for strength and body, and just going for the minigun because minigun's good for my character because it doesn't require too much range skill, and it requires strength, which is what my character specializes in, so it's a pretty good deal. Anyway, to the command trailer. Oh, after talking to Sergeant Leung. The sergeant takes a long drag on her cigarette before meeting your gaze. She looks preoccupied with something. So, here you are. She closes her eyes and allows smoke to spill from her lips. When she opens them again, they're on you. What brings you to my corner of the yard, runner? Thought you could help me get my bearings here. Now that the shock's worn off, you got questions, huh? She taps the cigarette, spilling the ash to the ground. Alright, tell me what you want to know. What are you gonna do when you're not being a cop? It's hard to clock out once you've gotten your badge. A lot of rookies don't realize that it's a 24/7 lifestyle. And the better you get, the more it engulfs you. Leon taps a cigarette, a small clump of glowing ash hits the ground. It's like a radar that won't turn off, or a sixth sense, or whatever. She rolls a small stick between her fingers. One is, I don't get any free time. Alright, then what would you do if you did have free time? Sergeant lets out a single short laugh, but it looks unamused. She raises her hands in a shrug. I'm doing what I want to be doing. Don't misunderstand that. But am I here to allow me for a moment or two for myself? I do what I assume is the usual binge watch some Sims, try to eat. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'd have a dog or a cat. Yeah, a cat. No, a gerbil. Easier. Sorry I asked. She takes a long drag of a cigarette, her eyes bore into you. I'm thinking she exhales. Yep. How'd you end up with this dig? Things were getting stale back in the office. She drops her nose and gives a short rub, sniffs. Actually, they've been stale for a few years. I needed out of that lifeless recycled air. The constant sound of typing fingers and suffocating stench of cologne. She looks like she might gag. I could smell my own boss coming down from a home. Can't blame me then. It's been a relief to get away from that. Being stationed by the docks has its drawbacks too, but I still call one world's better than the alternative. Gotta go. Anyway, let's meet up with Cho. Cho's command trailer is strangely peaceful. The crew of system experts that formerly manned the multitude of terminals inside of nowhere to be found. The omnipresent hum of the trailer's computer banks have fallen silent. The senior inspector glances up from her desk, half turning to face you. Good, you're here, The sentence trails to nothing as she squeezes her eyes shut, wincing. Her hand goes up the rubber temples. I can give you a minute if you want. No, it's okay. It's just this damn migraine. She rubs her temples with both hands. She's like someone lit a fire behind my eyes. Nobody has many headaches as you do. That green's still bothering you? That's one way of putting it. Feels like it's driving a railroad spike through my temples. She gives her head an agitated shake. The necklace I was wearing didn't help matters much. That thing masked my aura just fine, but it wasn't particularly easy to carry. Well, so the necklace made your headaches worse? She nods grimly. Yeah, it's hard to use. Like looking through lenses crowned to someone else's prescription. Made the drain from spellcasting hurt more, too. Truth is, I've been in constant pain for the past couple of months. Cost of doing business, I guess. Sorry to hear it, but you're tough. You'll push through it. Yeah, I will. Won't be on the other side of this anytime soon, though the drain that I soaked up breaking us out of that trap didn't help either. Not 100%, I probably won't be for months. Maybe we should wait until you recover. We'll be safe here until then. She shakes her head. No way. We gotta make a move in the next couple of days, tops. If we wait until I'm fully healed, say a month or two, it might be too late. It's fair to assume that Craig's client has some sort of agenda, one that's hostile to Mitsuhama's interest. I have to get to the bottom of this before they achieve it. She shakes her head to clear it, gritting her teeth in discomfort. We got a job to do, Steel Samurai. Headache or no, I intend to do it. Let's get to it then. You fish Lam's PDA out of the evidence bag that Cho had you put it in. The device is in bad shape. Its case warped and bent, but the screen winks on at your command. The display streaked with Lam's dried blood. It looks like red gelatin, thin and watery. You can just make out the text underneath. Let's browse it. Search the inbox. Package delivery. Cool, Wallace. Everything is ready on our end. Now you need to hold up your end of the deal. The package has to be delivered before the wildcard leaves the evidence room. Oh, this whole thing is going to get messy. I'm the package, I guess. Making me the wildcard. She rolls her eyes. What an idiot. If you weren't speaking code, he could have been a little less obvious about it. If things do get messy, it's your ass, Lam. Crate wants this to go by numbers, and that means both package and the wildcard caught in the same trap. We can't chance the package catching a bullet before we can question her. And a firefight in the hallway could raise questions. You do your job, do it well, and you'll get what you were promised. Cool. Things didn't go the way they planned. Crane must be pissed. Hope that she's furious. Help, I hope she chokes on it. Second message. Standing orders. Mr. Lam, as much as I appreciate your concern for the citizens of Hong Kong, it is not your place to question my tactics. The behavior of the SDU is none of your concern. The changes that you hope to see will never come about while Ms. Suhama is viewed favorably by the Executive Council. Our client wants to see its reputation tarnished, and a certain amount of heavy-handedness on our part is necessary to make that happen. It's all part of the plan, Senior Inspector. You do your job, and let me do mine. Great. Alright, so that's where Crate and our people come into this. The massacre at the end of Kowloon City riots. The police brutality that led to riots in the first place. They're all intended to hurt Mitsuhama's PR. What's the end goal? Why would anyone spend this money to tank the reputation of their own police force? The message said something about changes. It was pretty hazy on the details, though. Yeah, hazy. Let's keep reading. Outbox. Okay, I'm in. Alright, cool. I reconsidered your proposal and I want in. You were right. Cho's a lost cause. She's a corporate to the bone, and trying to argue her is like talking to a brick wall. She doesn't give a damn about what the HAPF is supposed to stand for. All that matters to her is the company's bottom line. Oh, fuck you, you little weasel. At least I don't turn on my own people for a paycheck. It's funny. I used to be such an idealist. I joined the HAPF because I wanted to help people. But that isn't what the organization is about, whatever the recruiters say. Good cops don't have a place in Mitsuhama's police force. The corporate culture of the HAPF either changes them if they're weak, or chews them off if they're strong. Either way, they wind up broken, and I can't be part of that machine anymore. The big change you're talking about is a chance to fix things. A real honest-to-God chance. And as much as I hate your methods, I'm gonna help you. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I want the HAPF to be better. And this is a chance to make it happen. A remote chance, maybe. But it's better than nothing. Big change? What do you think he's talking about? I don't know. I don't like the sound of it. Tell Crate I'm in. I can bring you Chill, and I can help you dismantle the task force. But you should know that if you've been bullshitting me, if things don't change for the better, I'm not coming after you. You can count on that. Threatening a mage like Ku is really a good idea. Lon would have gotten himself killed if he tried anything. Still, we learned something here. Lon was convinced the Creator and our people are working towards a shake-up in the HAPF. A big change. Ominous words. Yeah, they are. Let's keep reading. See what we can turn up. Justice. Irene, I know that you have every reason to hate the police, but hear me out. What happened to your family was wrong. I'm gonna do everything I can to make it right. I can't bring your husband back, but I can make sure that the constables who killed him pay for their crime. Big changes are coming, I promise. Between then and now, please allow me to cover your mortgage payments. I recently come into a large sum of money and I want you to have it. Consider it a show of good faith until I can bring you the justice that you deserve. I don't know anything about this. She frowns. Must have been related to some old case of Lamb's from before he got assigned to the task force. Or maybe it was a personal thing, a friend of his, or a romantic interest. Someone he cared about, that's much clear. Sounds like he blamed the HCPF culture for this woman's family tragedy. Pistol crusades must have been started for less. Yeah, sure, grouping up the people responsible for the Callan City massacre out of guilt, though? She shakes her head. What kind of ass backward thinking is that? Yeah, maybe you felt that the ends justified the means. The whole thing raises more questions than it answers. Let's keep going. There has to be more in here for us to find. Third message. The message has been corrupted. A meaningless stream of garbled text fills the screen. Okay. Live chat. Chat. Steel Samurai. Read the exchange. Did you authorize a second mind probe for Chargraph while he was unconscious? I'm looking at a transcript of his interview. He insists that 2 mages were screwing around in his brain last night. Lam, Andy. No, I was against you having him scanned in the first place, remember? Why would I give the authorization for 2 different mages to poke around in his brain? Joe, Fiona. I don't know. Maybe you wanted 2 sets of findings to check against one another. I know that you have trust issues where magic is concerned. Lam, Andy. I didn't authorize anything, Lam. And unless we have a second magical interrogator that I don't know about on the task force, I'm not gonna go ahead and say that he's making it up. So what? You just want to dismiss this? You don't think it warrants any further investigation? In the perfect world, I'd tell you to knock yourself out, but right now, in the world that we live in, there's no time for that. We're too close to a crate to go hunting for a mystery mage who may or may not exist. The council doesn't want any more delays, Lam. Neither does Mitsuhama, so drop in and do your job. I don't want to have to tell the culprit about this. Alright, Fee, you win, for now, but this discussion isn't over. Yeah, Lam, it is. Keep going, Steel Samurai. Let's see what else is there to see. Trash bin. Yeah, the junk mail folder is probably filled with... yeah. The junk mail folder is packed to the gills with all manners of unsolicited messages, scam mail, advertisements from everything from illicit drugs to designer electronics, and countless pornographic images fill the screen. It takes days to sort through all this for anything useful, and searching by trial and error would likely expose the PDA to a host of nasty worms and viruses. Ugh, remind me to never open my own junk folder. Search the junk mail folder for tagged messages. Great. HCPF. Nothing. Okay. Oh, wait, actually. No. Well, don't know what to do then. Alright, what's in the trash bin? A little digging reveals a file buried in the PDA's trash can. Looks like Lam intended for it to get rid of it, but he died before he got around to pulling the trigger on it. Alright. From crate to Lam Andy. Instructions, next steps. Mr. Crew tells me that you accepted our offer. Welcome aboard. Once you deliver Cho, report to me and we'll have you relocated for the Taipo facility. You'll be safe there. We have the location under 24-hour guard for obvious reasons. From there on out, all you need to do is keep your head down and count your money. You keep up your end, and you're soon to be a very wealthy and influential man. K. If Crate's client, whoever it is, has something worth guarding in Taipo, And that's where we need to check out. Let's keep going. This is good intel, but we need to get everything out of this PDA that we can. Ooh. Good catch, Steel Samurai. Yeah, I kinda figured. Keep your mouth shut. Don't make me regret the fact that I brought you onto this team. Quit haranguing Crate with your high-minded bullshit. She's a busy woman and she doesn't want to hear it. From Koo Wallace. Crate is a businesswoman. She isn't in this to change things. She wants to get paid. If you want to keep harping about what the people need, you're gonna piss her off, and then we'll both land on her shit list. We'll both land on a shit list. I get that you have ideals, I respect them, but repeat this to yourself until it sinks in. The people aren't paying us. Ares is. We do what they say, and sometimes that means hurting people. Sack up and deal with it. Shit, if this is true, we got problems. Ares Microtechnology is even bigger than Mitsuhama is, and Ares Asia Holdings has a major presence on the Executive Council. Yeah, and I fought their Knight Errant guys. They were motherfucking difficult to beat, that's for sure. But I guess considering I'm stronger now, not really much of a problem. Remember, Lam, ultimately everything we're doing is for the greater good. Just wait until you see what's happening in Taipo with your own eyes. The change that you're looking for is coming. As long as everything goes according to plan, it'll be here before you know it. Play it cool and everything will just be fine. Cool. Obviously, whoever we're up against was going to have access to money and resources. I expected that, but Ares, well, that's a damn near worst case scenario for us. He gestures feebly at the screen. Keep reading if you want. I'll have to think about this for a minute. Well, that also reminds me, I have karma to spend. Oh. Well, after this. I think that's everything we got. She accepts his advice, a grim expression on her face. Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe you're right. Chill turns the PDA over in her hand, then flips off the device's power switch. The screen flickers and dies. She rubs her eyes, drawing your attention to the dark hollows underneath them. Alright, so here's what we got. Crate and her people are working for Ares. They're trying to tank Mitsuhama's reputation with the Executive Council so they can bring about some kind of change inside the HAPF. And they got a facility in Taipo that they're keeping under heavy guard. It's presumably related to this change in some way. Sounds about right to me. It isn't much, but it's something. At least we know who's holding Crate's leash. The answer to that question isn't particularly comforting, but it's better not knowing at all. Here's the million New Yen question. Is this enough to take to the Executive Council? I don't think so. Like I told you before, my credibility is pretty low at this point. I don't think that anyone in the council is likely to risk pointing their fingers at Ares without more proof to go on. I'll call him, but I can't make any promises. Go back to your boat, Steel Samurai. Talk to your team. I'll call you when I know more. Got it? To the boat. Well, everything seems to be more or less in one piece. Did you and Cho figure anything out? More to the point, do you know who we're fighting yet? Yeah, we know who we're up against. Crate and our people are being funded by Ares. That's not what I was hoping to hear. Ares is a serious business. So what's next? We can't exactly take the fight to them. We aren't equipped for that. They're up to something in Taipo. I guess that we'll be heading there next. We have a target. Good. I'd very much like to bring this episode to a close. Your PDA buzzes, cutting him off. Chill. Yeah, hold on one sec. Chill's face flickers to the PDA's view screen. She looks haggard, even more so than before. The call was a bust, Steel Samurai. I've still got a few execs willing to go to bat for me, but The rest I have already written for us. But the rest have already written us off as a failure. Nobody's gonna risk antagonizing Ares on my say-so. We're gonna need to get a hell of a lot more than one misfiled email if we're going to convince them to move on about this. Guess we're heading to Taipo? Yeah, looks that way. She lets out a long sigh. Look, Steel Samurai, I told you that you and your team would be well compensated for helping me, but I never really specified exactly what your reward would be. I think that you should know. You got my attention. We'll start with the bad news. I can't put a monetary value on what the team will receive. Truth be told, I'm gonna have to wrestle with the corporate to get them much of anything. The cost for renting out the Ben 10 came out what had been set aside for your reward. Excuse me, what? You still get paid. I promise that it won't just be enough to retire. That won't just be enough to retire on. Nothing I can do about it. That's just the way it has to be. Goodbye crosses her arms over her chest, a disgusted look on her face. Yeah, I'm sure it is. We never should have trusted. Joe's voice cuts in, talking over her. As for you, Steel Samurai, you're on a different story. For you, I got something better than money. Keep talking. I can get your sin restored. Duncan's too. I can give you your old lives back. Holy shit. That's right. Imagine the doors that'll open for you. You can return to Seattle, pretend that none of this ever happened. Hell, you can do whatever you want, and you can do it completely above board. What I'm offering you is the freedom to make your own choices again. The same freedom that Crate and Josephine Sang and Kinley Chung took away from you. Anyway, I just wanted to know that what's on the line before we headed out to Taipo. She rubs her eyes, stretches. I'm going to get the kit ready. I recommend that you do the same. I'm on it. Let's finish this. Go to Jomo when you're ready. He'll sneak us into the Taipo, and we'll bring this thing to a close. Oh, and Steel Samurai, I can't promise that we'll come back to Ben 10 after all this is over. Taking the sights now, because it might be the last chance you get. You don't have to tell me twice. She begins to look away, then seems to think better of it. The camera refocuses on her face. Oh, and Steel Samurai. Your boss's rock. That song that you took from Eddie Pong got broken on the move. I found it in about 50 pieces when we got here. It's in the water basket under my desk if you still want it, but I can't imagine it's worth any much more. Sorry about that. The video feed crackles and dies. Joel's face winks off your PDA and the display goes dark. Well, this presents us something of a conundrum, my friend. He takes a drag on a cigarette and slowly releases the smoke through his nostrils. Koshei pulls at the ground. If this basement goes through, your Shadowrunning days with the steamboat over. With a scene, it would probably be a liability. You could perhaps remain a Kyoi, but you'd need to find a different line of work. Yeah, I'm aware. It's a difficult decision. I'll put some thought into it. I'll see that you do. For now, we have a job to prepare for. Kinley Chung wishes us to complete this task, and so we will. Be it or no, this conspiracy could pose a threat to the Yellow Lotus, and we cannot say with certainty whether it does or not when we enter that warehouse in Taipo. You're right. Get ready. We got a secure facility to raid. Rector glances up from his workstation, an eyebrow arcing upward as he turns to face you. Under the desk, Koshei dips his chassis in recognition. Well, my friend, our fortunes have undergone an interesting turn, have they not? I would not have thought myself to cast out to sea, but here we are. Well, I guess it beats going back to the impound yard and getting swarmed by cops. Indeed, in point of fact, I'm rather enjoying the change of scenery. There's something soothing, almost meditative in watching the sea mines bob in the motion of the waves. A relaxed smile spreads across his face as he absentmindedly fishes a cigarette out of his breast pocket. They're really quite lovely, you know, like enormous sea urchins with shells of rusted iron, brightened with destructive potential. Eh, helping us keep us safe. That's all that matters to me. Yes, my friend. Oh, a most pragmatic view. He snatches a butane torch from the desk and flicks it on, and whisks a cigarette through the flame. A plume of gray smoke curls towards the ceiling. You'll forgive my flight so fancy, I'm sure. Now, is there something I can do for you? I was gearing up to get some work done in the shop, but I can carve some time out to talk if you like. How are you enjoying the life on Bentang? He pauses for a moment, considering. Truthfully, I rather like it. It's a lovely old sea vessel, and well suited for her role as a floating fortress. And you? How are you enjoying our new, if temporary, home? Hmm. Well, she's well armed, I'll give her that. As long as she keeps the HGPF at bay, I'm happy to be here. The police wouldn't dare to venture anywhere near the ship. What is our value compared to that patrol boat and the lives of her crew? He shakes his head. Too much to risk for too little gain. They will not come here for sure. Gotta run. Yeah, just gonna hold on a second. Just gonna. Oh yeah, the karma. I was about to gonna go AFK, but I forgot about my karma, so might as well get that done. Let's see here. Yep. I'll pump up my strength for that extra damage and accuracy, and save. So apparently, as the game hints, that this may end up being the last, or it might be our last run, so I guess I might as well just go fetch for that, actually, I'll go talk to my other companions first. But yeah, I'm just gonna go get a glass of water first. Alright, I have returned. Hello, Duncan. You find Duncan pacing in the small room, his thoughts elsewhere, but his reverie breaks as soon as you approach him. He looks thankful for the distraction. What's up? What are your plans after this? Actually, no. The Loa seem interesting. What do you think? See a lot of Shadowrunners in them. Doubt that they can be trusted any more than anyone else in the shadows. You think so? They act like they're a step above most runners. Doesn't seem like they try to double cross us. That's right, brigands with a heart of gold. He grunts. Yeah, I'm not buying it. You really want to know what I think? I think that we should just let them do whatever the fuck it is that they do. I don't care if that's drinking or plundering or whatever, just so long as they don't interfere with our operations. Anyway, what are your plans after this, once we take down Crate, I mean? Isn't it obvious? Duncan leans against the wall by his locker. He seems to be struck by nostalgia as he continues speaking. I'm gonna get my life back. I've thought about it for a long time, and if Chill falls through, I can start over. You and I have to build everything again from scratch. I'll take anything that's better than this. His hand sweeps across the room. Going back to Seattle, figured I'd take what I've learned here and use it. I'm thinking maybe a private investigator. But it'd be a hell of an upgrade from the beat I used to walk. He laughs bitterly, a slow and deep sound. I don't want to admit it, but I guess that I did take something of value away from all this. I know what my future is supposed to be, and how I wanted to spend it. How about you, Kronos? Got any plans for the future? Not sure. I haven't had a lot of time to think about this, I guess. He nods. I get it. Be interested to hear what you land on when you know. What you think about the last run? Duncan grits his teeth at the question. That fucking traitor. For all the senior inspectors planning it and big promises, the task force ended up getting boned just as badly as we usually do by our clients. Leaking information, switching sides, raising the stakes. I know that as runners, it's us versus everyone else, but it's at times like these when I really feel it. He opens and closes his hands as if trying to work out all the tension out of him. We might have lost our advantage, but that's never stopped us before. Yeah, and it won't stop us now. I just needed a vent. Thanks for listening, Kronos. We're balls deep into this now. No way out. Ready to change the subject, how about you? Well, that's all I got to talk about, so see you later. Hello, Isabel. You sense a change in the environment. Immediately upon entering the room, seconds later it hits you. It's quiet in here. The usual drone of beeps and hums and fans is conspicuously absent. Isabel leans up against a steel table, picking up what looks like a glass off a warped circuit board. Her profile is illuminated with a blue-green glow by the glowing screen beside her. She looks up at you with heavy eyes. She speaks, and her tone is grave. So it all comes down to this. Looks like it. You ready? Ready as I'll ever be. Her hand pauses, and a piece of glass falls from between her fingers. She hesitates, sets down the circuit board. Try your best not to die, Steel Samurai. I will if you will. The little Decker rolls her eyes at your comment, but the corner of her mouth lifts into a smile. Yeah, Steel Samurai. Okay, I can do that. What'd you think about the last run? Isabel's eyes are cold when she looks at you. A bit of bitterness creeps into her voice when she speaks. We saw it coming. No, we should have seen it coming. Hell, with our luck, it's wonder that both Lam and Cho didn't turn on us. Sure, we still have little company woman on our side, but things have gotten a lot more complicated. Just for once, I wish we could be one step ahead of our enemies. Well, I mean, we kind of were during the Red Rooster mission, and at the Red Pole place. Yeah, that print went out pretty well, except for the fact that the Red Rooster ended up getting shot at once. But luckily, our client looked over that guy's injuries. So after we straight up murked the Talon, that man, he didn't honestly he didn't really live up to his name. He didn't even get a chance to swing at all of us. We all just gunned him down like it was practically nothing. He really didn't. He really wasn't that special in our eyes. Yeah, a big disappointment he was. But I suppose you could say that the talent wasn't as sharp as you would expect it to be. Anyway, she shakes her head and tosses her hands up in defeat. Oh well, nothing but old news now. Only thing we can do is learn from it and move on. Any more questions? That's fine. That's all. Go bet. You enter Govette's cabin to find her gulping something from a chipped plastic mug. As the mug's contents sloshing churn, a sharp antiseptic note stings your nostrils. She glances up from her drink and locks eyes with you. The pirates make this. I think it's a kind of whiskey. She frowns at the mug. I don't know where they make it from, but it tastes like salty turpentine. I thought the pirates drank rum. They probably do. When there is any, I mean. I don't think Utamara people would choose this stuff over a bottle of rum or tequila or whatever. This is what they can make here on the boat. She tilts the mic towards you invitingly. Kicks like a mule. You want some? Yeah, hit me. She hands you the mug. The antiseptic odor hits you in the sinuses again, bringing the water to your eyes. It smells like anything but advertising, and it doesn't look that much better. Bottoms up! You tilt back the mug and it fills your mouth with liquor. The flavor is repulsive. It's closer to an industrial solvent than a beverage, and your stomach churns as the fluid traces a grating, fiery trail down your throat. Every bodily instinct that you possess urges you to spit it out, to purge yourself of the horrible poison that you've ingested. I got that body, though. Got my, 11 body to handle it. But even without the cyberware, Kronos would have been able to handle it, no problem. You fight your rebelling body and force yourself to keep the fluid down. A few seconds later, a pleasant warmth begins to radiate from your chest out through the tips of your fingers. The aftertaste is still vile, but the buzz is quite pleasant. Nicely done, Seattle. 10 points of style. She smiles at you. So what did you want to talk about? Go ahead and tell me. I'm all ears. What did you think of Bentang? It's a tricked out barge that doesn't go anywhere. That makes it a more glorified raft. Think back to the last where you spent a lot of time off, the sinking ship. Think of the shit that went down there. Remember the smell of the killing pit? The disease-ridden rat monsters that try to eat us? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, well, when you already know the answer to your question, it's not like that I don't appreciate what the pirates are doing for us. Hell, kind of like it, some of them. They're a fun group. Just prefer to hang out on dry ground is all. Her knees flex as she adjusts to a sudden sway on the deck. A rogue wave after it passes. She puts her hands on her hips as she focuses on you. Anyway, what about you, Seattle? How are you enjoying the pirate life? It's a temporary fix for a bad situation, and I'm at peace with that. Sounds like we're on the same page, more or less. Let's just try to make it as temporary as a fix as possible, yeah? Don't really want to spend any more time here out here than I have to. Anyway, let's talk about something else. Change the subject. Surprise me. What'd you think about the last run? Well, we got some answers, and we didn't get killed. That's something, I guess. Can't say I'm thrilled about being betrayed like that. We were, or hunted down, or any of that. But I guess it beats getting shot. If there's a silver lining to be found here, I guess it's that we know what we're going to do next. Granted, we don't know what we'll find when we get there, but we got a destination. That's better than nothing. Anyway, let's talk about something else. Got any more questions for me? If so, go ahead, I'm all ears. Gotta run. Well, it seems like the Thai port facility thing is going to be our final destination, so, Unfortunate, I was looking forward to get more cyberware. But then again, I could just sell the drugs I got out of the police station, so it's not a total loss. Where is the quartermaster? Oh, right, all the way here. I have all these drugs to sell. Cram, Toko, Cram, Jazz. I don't really need that. I think that's it. Cha-ching. No thanks. See yourself. I was hoping we were gonna get money off that run, but unfortunately, we can't. Anyway, what's up, Jomo? Jomo nods at you with a mischievous grin. Things all sorted out now? With Tom happy? Sure too. How can Homo help you today? Well, let's see what you're selling, man. Actually, I don't really need anything that you're selling. We're good. See you later. Seems that I'll be running into our final destination. Something I really wish I had more time and money to spend so I can get all the cyberware I want, but seems I probably won't get that chance. So, just gonna have to roll with it. Hello. Cyberware. An autoloader arm. Sounds good to me, but I already got an arm, cyberware, so I don't want to replace it. Oh, that's 5,000. Holy shit, that's expensive. Yeah, I wanted this one. Unfortunately, I can't have that. So the next best thing is that other leg attachment. Wherever it is. Yeah, there it is. Has technology cyber leg. Got me some medical supplies. I need another premium medical kit. Yes, a dock wagon trauma kit. Actually, I could just get another golden one. Gonna need to slap all the medical stuff I need on me, because we don't know what the facility on Type 4 is gonna be like. Because after I forgot what the corporation was called, after Jomo's mission, we almost got killed in that massive corporate firefight. And I want to be prepared next time. Right. Let's finish this. Take us to Typole to face Crate. You should. It might be a one-way trip. Take me there. I'm all set. Now who do I want to take on the final trip? I was thinking we'd do Raptor, Isabel, and then go back, but then considering how Duncan's taking this more personally now, because we were offered to get our sins back and live apparently a normal life, so yes, it's quite a heavy decision, because that will change how we operate. And yeah, if I get a sin, I'll have to retire as a Shadowrunner and go live a normal life, I guess. Not as a criminal. But anyway. So I guess Duncan, Gobet, and Isabel. The OG. Sorry, Rector, you're gonna have to hang back next time. You're gonna have to hang back this time. And probably help us from the sidelines. Let's get moving. Typole. You watch the Benteng drift slowly out of view as the drunken mistake bobs turbulently on the dark, choppy waves. Angry rains dimples the water surface and obscures the world around you in a haze. Before long, the warehouses appear on the horizon, great gray silhouettes looming from just beyond the docks. Crate and her people are guarding the warehouse here. You don't know what you're going to find inside, but this is the last lead you'll have to follow. If the conspiracy within the SDU is going to be stopped, it has to be done tonight. It has to happen tonight, in that warehouse. Jo sits nearby, her fingers pressing to her temples, a sign of her distress, no doubt, but despite her evident discomfort, she looks present and alert. Typole, once a small fishing village, now encrusted with cheap industry warehouses, grows even closer. Water whips down from the sky as you bump against the dock. You've arrived. I'm all stocked up. Duncan. Alright. Gobbet. Isabel. Let's go. Alright, OG team. Going at it once again. Cold rain lashes at your face as you take in your place on the Typole dock. The storm is loud, practically deafening. Periodic thunderclaps roar like a distant cannon fire, and the flash of lightning stabs at your eyes. Cho stands beside you, bracing herself against the storm. She turns to Captain Jomo, practically shouting to be heard over the howling wind. Jomo, any chance anyone caught sight of us on the way in? The pirate cups his hands to his mouth and barks out his reply. You insult me, Crate. You insult me. Crate's traitorous pigs were as blind as to approach us as... She shouts back, cutting him short. Yes, we got it. Thank you. She pauses a moment as a sudden gust of wind nearly bows her over. Straightening, she leans towards you. Okay, we know that the SCDU is patrolling the area. There'll probably be an Ares presence on site too. We need to be surgical in our approach. Take them from ambush if possible, and kill them quickly. That means we creep ahead, not sprint. And if we can spot them, we shoot them before they catch sight of us. Don't worry about me. You gonna be alright? As good as I'm gonna be. Head's still pounding like a jackhammer, but I'll manage. We've got the element of surprise on our side. On top of that, visibility and comm reception have been shot to shit by the storm. All these things are good for us. Gobet huddles forward, her teeth chattering. Her rats peek out from her pockets. Yeah, I just love shadowrunning in zero visibility weather with ice water surging around my knees and have no feeling in my fingers. It's fucking great. Alright, let's do it. She slaps you on the shoulder. Her hands feel like ice. You don't steal samurai. And remember, when you see hostiles, take them out. If they manage to raise the alarm, you better believe that security personnel will flood into that warehouse. And that's a complication we don't need. And a complication we'll probably encounter, so be on your guard. And be ready to start blasting. Because that's Eliminate alerted enemies so they can alert crates. Okay. Alright. Gotta move. Oh. What was that? I heard something. I think we take the longish way out. Way around. What was that? What the heck? Are they moving as we move? Yeah, we're gonna cut through this alleyway. So I imagine there's gonna be men crawling the more open pathways. Careful now. Are there men? Are there guys over there? I don't see them. I don't see any guys over there though. How far away is our objective? Okay, not too far? Question mark? Okay, move carefully. Gonna get more line of sight of the area. Yeah, taking the alleyway was a good idea. Or would you call this an alleyway? Nah. Well, to me it looks like an alleyway. Okay. Let's go a little bit further in. Oh, what's that? Is that lightning? I don't see any guards. How far away from... Okay, we're not too far away. Take a little step forward. Go on carefully. No guards patrolling this area. Oh yeah, we see a guy right there. I see a shock trooper. What? Oh, they're blocking our line of sight. Team, get in position. I'm moving first. Alright, well, let's start blasting. Okay, first, go back. Get the fuck behind here. Haste Kronos. Oh, I hate that when the line of sight thing happens. Okay. Okay, fine, I'll increase your aim. Okay. Start blasting. Duncan? Yeah. Well, let's start blasting. Isabel. Go up here. Blow him up. Joe. Yeah, Yeah, you go by here. Chain lightning. Alright, the shock trooper's dead. Nobody can melee us to death now. There's a mage. None of them seem to be going for normal assaults. Uh-oh. Alright. Time to melee this boy then. Duncan, start blasting. What the? Yeah. Alright. Good job, team. Let's get in. Wow, for once, we're actually taking a decently stealthy approach. Now that's the first time for everything. Well, I guess not exactly the first time. I guess the first time would be when we're delivering Strangler Bao's message. Well, a message to Strangler Bao from Kinley Chun. Anyway, alright, we've made it. This is the warehouse that Ares hired the SDU to defend. This is where we're gonna find our answers. Before we walk in through that door, make sure that you're ready for a fight. I'm ready as you are. She squeezes her eyes shut, rubs her temples, and rubs her temples. More than ready than that, I hope. I'm not gonna lie, Steel Samurai. I'm really hurting over here. I think I'm feeling the delayed after effects of that magical energy I soaked up back at the police station. She swallows, her eyes darting, she looks nervous. Look, I'll do my best to see through this, but if anything should happen, it won't. You're going to make it. She chill nods. I'll do my best, either way. Let's go in. We're going in. Time to start blasting. So I started blasting. Oh boy. Here come the shock troopers. Here come the... Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Wait. That doesn't count as cover, but that counts as... Okay then. Alright. What are my chances here? Very shit. Okay. Good to know. Correct. Trees. Just haste you up a bit. I guess start blasting that guy. Yep. And I guess get ready to cut if a shock trooper goes near. Duncan, run up here. Maybe they, whatever. Probably take out the shock troopers. Isobel, move over here and shoot a grenade at that guy. So, is your line of sight out there? Should probably be at the front here. And toss a chain lightning. Nice. And an aimed shot, or I could give that oh yeah, dual aim, give that to Kronos. Get that. Ow. That grenader. Oh boy, here they come. Aha, you little bitch. I knew you were coming. I had to overwatch that melee guy. That's the first time I've overwatched a sword. Ow. Okay. So then. Right. First, I'll cut you up. I'll defeat you in melee combat. Little shit. And I'll overwatch for sword again. First chill. We'll use... yeah, double tap. They're beefy, these guys. Take an aim shot. They're dead. Duncan, open fire on that grenader. Nice, all of them hit. And fire a beanbag shot. Knock him out. Yeah, can't risk him throwing grenades at us. Again. Right. Who do I haste? Oh, not heal. Okay, looks to be fine. They're not in one big spot, so I guess I'll just increase. I'll increase Duncan's aim. And start firing on that guy. And since you're a stun, oh, your line of sight sucks. I just toss a grenade on him. Reload. And then shoot it again. That's the sniper, I'm guessing. Ow. I have jolt alert, fuck you. Let's see here. Okay, first, Duncan. Full auto on this guy again. Steel Sam, chill. Hit that guy. How is that guy still alive? There we go. Alright, and dispel magic, deflect. Alright, and then take a shot at that guy. Kronos, cut that guy up. Nice. Then cut out this captain. Isabel, switch to your gun, aim your shot, and you are nowhere in— oh my god, I hate this line of sight. Okay. Kronos, stab him. As the sound of gunfire died down, Cho's eyes locked onto the transparent windows that line with the western wall of the room. On the other side of the window sits the most impressive armory you've ever seen. Sinister-looking black and yellow vehicles emblazoned with stylized logos sit parked in front of the stacked cases of ordnance. A half-track armed with a battery of surface-to-air missiles dominates the center of the room. The vehicles are military-grade, designed for battlefield use, but in the insignia of the Hong Kong Police Force adorns each one. Fuck me, that's what Ares is working towards. Well, you're gonna have to be more specific. Look at their insignias in those vehicles, Steel Samurai. She points at the half-track. Its segmented armor is covered in the Ares and HKPF iconography. Knight-errant branded police vehicles. Ares regalia on HKPF material, and enough firepower to take out half the buildings in Victoria Harbour. Hell, you do the math. They're planning on taking control of the HKPF. She nods grimly. They're going to try to pull the police contract from Mitsuhama, maybe even merge it with Knight-errant, and maybe when they do, they have total control of the security force of the security in the Free Enterprise Zone. That was the big change that Lam was working towards. A brand new police force under Ares macro technology. Right. And Ares' first order of business was making Mitsuhama look bad so that they could swoop in and take the contract for themselves. Months of police brutality, hundreds of people massacred in Kowloon City riots, all to help Ares win a fucking contract. She blinks agitatedly. The veins in her temples throbbing. They're already entrenched here. If they've gone so far to rebrand their damned artillery, they must be close to making their move. Is enough proof to get Mitsuhama off their asses and get into the fight? She nods grimly. More than enough. We have to secure the location first, though. They won't send their own troop up against Ares. The last thing they want to do is spark off a corporate war. What are we supposed to do? Clear the place ourselves? Exactly. If we can secure this warehouse, everybody wins. Mitsuhama gets the evidence it needs to haul Ares before the executive council get back in the corporate's good graces and get your sin back. We just need Chill abruptly stumbles, clutching her temples. Take a second to catch your breath. I need you in fighting shape. She shakes her head in a violently in vain to attempt to clear it. I'll be fine. Her sentence trails off into a low-pitched groan. What's wrong? Everything. I'm seeing double. I can't see straight. She takes another stumbling step forward. I can fight it off. I'll be okay. I just need a second to catch my breath. Without a word, she pitches forward. Her face hits the floor with a dull smack. Great. That's wonderful. What's wrong with her? Oh, shit. Jill struggles to lift her body off the ground, groaning in thought through her clenched teeth. The cords stand out of her neck and her temples are flushed nearly purple. She holds herself, trembling like a newborn foal. I don't have any skill in those, so I'm just gonna try and revive her. You do the best to bring Cho back to her senses. She's conscious but borderline incoherent. Her eyes are badly bloodshot and half rolled into her skull. Ugh, this isn't good. Cho's mouth falls open, but the sound comes out as unintelligible. Something between her moan and a whimper. Tears begin to well in the corner of her eyes. A crackle of static from the warehouse's PA system cuts in, drowning Cho out. Moments later, a cold voice pours through the speakers. Hello, Mr. Chargaff. Hello, Senior Cho. She spreads her arms, a wry smile on her face. Welcome to the future site of Toho Harbor Complex. You know, you really should have stayed with your pirate friends. You weren't hurting anyone out there. You probably would have left you alone. Still isn't too late to turn back. Go talk to the orc on the docks, get back on his fancy boat, and never set foot on the free enterprise zone territory again. She shrugs, or don't, and die in this warehouse. The choice is yours. The PA system crackles again, then dies. Cho's eyes flutter and focus. She turns her head to stare at you. Steel Samurai. Listen, I can't help you. Another hit of trade might kill me. She struggles up to her knees, wincing. I don't think I could ever walk straight right now. Yeah, I'm getting that. You're gonna have to finish this. I'm useless. Just remember what you said. Stand to gain when this is through. You can win this with or without me. Don't worry about me. I'm on it. Thank you. Come to me when it's time. We'll radio Mitsuhama. Turn this place over to them. And I'll get your life back. That son of a bitch. Alright team, let's roll in. I kick the doors open, and I stroll through the warehouse. And I kick another door open, and then proceed to stroll further into the warehouse. What's this? Terminal. The terminal has been wired into a large, vaguely sinister-looking device that has been mounted into the warehouse floor. Gold contact plates line the base of the device. The variety of articulated arms hang idly from its 4 elevated pylons. The terminal winks on at your approach. Examine the display. Power dock, charging control station, searching for a paired slave device. Device missing or out of range. Okay. Ooh, is that a... Ooh, dock wagons. I need that shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, here they come. Oh. That's not good. That's not good at all. Those are even bigger than Raptor's drones. Well, drone. Ah, shit. Alright. Start blasting, everybody. Like how we always do. Oh, boy. So I started blasting. Oh boy, Duncan, get back here. Actually, you should probably get to Kronos. Okay, go back. Back here. Increase Kronos' aim. And proceed to summon a spirit, cause I'm not fucking risking anything here. Might as well use my spirit now. What about this terminal? No. Still not doing anything. Okay. Just gonna hide back here then, and take a pot shot. Oh shit. Oh my god. How are you aiming at Duncan? What the fuck? I thought you would be aiming for the spirit. Oh my god, Duncan is getting owned. What the? How is Duncan getting flanked? That does not look like any angle could be flanked. What? I'm very surprised they're not even aiming for the spirit, but then again, I guess they're smart. And ow. Okay, first off, I need you to haste Kronos. Great. They took out a guy who could throw grenades back at them. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll deal with the spider tank. Nice. So I started blasting. Nice. And blast this guy. Go bet. Get your grenade launcher out. And shoot your grenades, as per usual. Actually, I should not kill the spirit. Okay, do crit shot. Nice. Who is he shooting? Oh my god. I'm very surprised it's not targeting the spirit, or does it just not pick up spirits on its sensor? Oh my god, Duncan is getting owned. Good thing I got dock wagon kits on me. What, is it gonna box my other spirit? Okay. Is Duncan okay? Oh my god, I'm taking hits. Okay. So, heal, Kronos. Oh boy, that's not good. Okay. I could summon another spirit here, but I need to clear my way through. Okay, 69. Nice. I think I did very little damage. Okay. Okay, first off, I'm picking this up. What? Okay, moving here. No, I don't want to shoot that. Shoot that. I missed both of them. Great. Alright. Duncan, move here. Get your full auto on this guy. Cause this guy, they're gonna be a fucking problem. Isabel, move here. Get your grenade launcher out and fire. Big target. Easy to hit. Alright. Go and destroy these tanks. You missed. Alright. Nice. Bash it. Okay, now it's actual. And it missed all of that, but it still healed. Oh, fuck. Ow. Yeah, I got Jolt Alert. Nice try. Pick it up, throw it back at him. Idiot. Alright. Oh, go back still all the way back there. Okay, I'll have you run over here. 4 AP. Continue going. Proceed to go ham. Please. Nice. Okay, Isabel, load your launcher. Are you a grenader? You're a combat mage. Are you a grenader? You're a captain. Okay. Nice. Fire again. Nice. Duncan. Right. Proceed to shoot on the combat mage. Nice. Good job. And shoot out the conjurer. Your minigun and proceed to shoot this thing. Shoot it again. Missed. Great. Oh, it's dead. Ow. Okay, Gobet. Can you please summon the spirit? Thank you. Alright, now proceed to beat them up. If you will. Wait, your range? Oh my god, I need to move closer. Hi. Bye. It's right in front of you. How did you miss? Oh my god. Okay, but I would like you to give me aim assist. Thank you. And I would like you to shoot that one, because that keeps healing itself and we need to take it down. Thank you. Again. Thank you. Okay, I think it might be best to cast a grenade in their direction, because they're stunned. Nice. No, go back to here. Fire. Alright, there goes that one. Good. Reload. Alright, and aim for the Conjurer. Again. He's dead. Nice. Alright. Oh, and here comes another one. There's just gonna be unlimited amount of these guys, or what? Because there seems to... Oh my god. Or is this just another wave? I can't tell. Okay, let me reload. Oh boy. Water Spirit, I would like you to Water Bolt this target. You missed. Great. Actually, nah, just hit him. You're not exactly doing jack shit to these tanks. Yeah. Okay. Haste Kronos again. Probably will go as the captain. Okay. Alright. Aim at that guy. Nice. Fire again. Captain dead? No. Oh boy. You missed. Haha. Cover bonus. Missed again. Lucky me. You missed. Alright. No, it's just waves of enemies. Okay. Oh, they're covering from this flank now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, oh no. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. So, go back. Is there any... there's no spirits, okay. Huh. Oh boy, we're getting attacked from all sides here. Oh boy. Okay, first Kronos. Kronos. Would it be possible for me to just saddle on by and stab you? From this angle. That'd be nice. Oh boy. We are getting fucking flanked. Oh boy. Are any of you grenaders? Okay. And there's still those bloody spider tanks. Okay, first off, fire a grenade here to kill off the captain. How is the captain still alive? Oh my god, fine. The captain is still alive, what the fuck? Okay. Oh my god, okay, take a name shot, kill that guy. Okay, he's dead, finally, okay. Oh boy. Fire again. He's dead. Alright. Alright, literally go behind here and blow this guy's head off. Wow, your gun does not do that much damage. I can't tell who that hit because of the bloody camera angles. Okay, that hit Kronos. And that hit Kronos again. Great. Kronos is taking heavy armor damage here. Ow. Oh boy. This might turn out into another huge ass gunfight here. Oh boy. Did Duncan just threw it back at him? Oh boy. We're getting surrounded. Oh shit. Right. First off, Kronos, patch yourself up. Okay. Slice that guy up. Go back here. Go back to cover. Oh boy. Okay. There's not really much cover we can work with here. Okay, first off, Isabel. Ah, shit. Okay. No, let's go here. Duncan, you're gonna have to beat him with your shock troop, with your staff. Okay, that doesn't seem to be doing much. Okay, just blow his head off. Or just lower his... Oh, that didn't even do shit. Okay. Oh, how did you miss that? He's right in front of you. Oh boy. Okay. Run back here. Alright. He's... I can't tell if that hit, because the blood camera angles again. That might have hit Duncan. I guess I saw where that went to. Ow! What is this? Ow, oh, yike. Oh, and Duncan's stunned. That is not good. Duncan is stunned. That is not good. Ow. My armor is heavily damaged. Oh boy. Duncan is not in a good position. Go back. Get Duncan healed up. Second, improve. Is your aim good? Okay, increase your aim. And shoot that guy. Okay, minigun that fool and don't hit Duncan. I said don't hit Duncan. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah, fuck. Can't exactly go. Okay. Okay. What are you doing? Can I go back to aiming my gun, please? Thank you. Okay, got hit. Isabel. Oh boy, she took heavy damage. Okay. Yeah, I got Jolt alert. Your stun moves won't work on me, buddy. Oh boy. Oh no, Duncan. Duncan, get back up. Get to cover, Duncan. Patch yourself up, buddy. Okay. Take an aim shot. Blow that guy's head off. Alright, good job. Okay. He's Duncan. And take an aim shot. Kill this guy. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Alright, he's dead. Kill that guy. Okay, so much for that. Who did that hit? I can't tell because of the bloody camera angles, because they apparently limited to how much I can zoom out. I am taking heavy hits here. Ow. Okay, Kronos, patch yourself up. Increase Isabel's aim. Okay, and start firing. Again. Yes. Steel Samurai. Gotta take out that bloody tank, I'm sorry. Okay. Full auto. Alright, that tank's down. So need to take out the guard. One of the guards. That guy got hit a lot. Good. Good. Alright. Take an aim. Fire. Oh my god. Oh my god, my armor has been shredded. I only have like 1 armor value left, holy fuck. Okay. So, probably should start blasting this tank. I can't tell if that hit. Alright. Alright. Start blasting that one too. Okay, heal Kronos a bit. Start wailing on this tank here, because that needs to go. It's shredding through all my armor. Oh yeah, fuck. Can I activate my thank you? I need this. Okay, full auto. Okay, it's down. Good. No more armor shredding today. And you need to go down. So yeah, there's that. Isabel, wait, are you a grenader? Or not a grenader? I hate you then. He's dead. Alright. Good on ya. We can survive this. Yeah, they keep trying to stun me, but they don't realize I have a jolter that counters that. Isabel? Go back, enhance. And start firing. Actually, do you have the aim bonus on you? You don't. Use that aim bonus. And fire. Alright, fire. Beanbag shot. Missed. Great. You missed an 80% shot like an XCOM aimer. Great. Alright, that's not bad. Yeah, that's not gonna help you, mate. I would prefer if... Okay, I would prefer if you aim your gun and shoot this guy in the head. Just so. Go at... Fire. Again. He's dead. And reload your gun. Now you go on Overwatch. You go on Overwatch. Trey comes barreling into the room, her weapon drawn. The heavy ballistic plates on her of her uniform make it look more mechanical than organic, an impression magnified by the coldness of her voice. That was quite a feat, taking down those spider drones. She pulls back on the slide of her weapon. Don't get your hopes up, though. Your skills won't be enough to save you. You sure about that? We've taken down everything you've thrown at us. Hell, you worked with Joe Song. You know what we went up against in the Walled City. Your performance in the Walled City was impressive, I'll give you that. But I still got you outgunned. She gestures to the barrel of her weapon. You may be good, but you're not invincible. All it takes is one well-placed bullet. Glad to hear you feel that way. I was afraid that you surrendered before I got a chance to Make you pay for what you did to Carter. Who? Oh right, the collateral damage from the ambush. That was just business. If your friend didn't want to get shot, she should have gotten away. Before we get into this, there's something that you should know. Wait, quit. I'm not getting paid by the hour, and I don't like delaying the inevitable. You had this coming since you ambushed me in Victoria Harbor. Let's do this. Bring it. So that's crate right there. Is that all you got left? Alright. Oh, I didn't realize there was a guy right behind us. Hold on a sec. Go back, could you move? Thank you. Because I need space to go in and stab that guy. Anyway, yeah, just take an aim shot and blow this guy's head off. Alright, Kronos, get your sword out. Cut this guy. Cut him. Cut him again. Cut him again. Okay, Duncan. Nice. Alright. Now we got else. There's the combat mage, there's Trade herself, there's that other combat mage, and then there's the shock troopers. Alright. Time to start blasting. Okay, Isabel, you need to get to cover. Proper cover. Not that cover. Okay. Well, shit. Alright. That was great. She still thinks we got our gun. Well, we face numbers much larger than this, I'm afraid. For you, that is. Who did that did that hit go bad? Wow, they're all teaming on her. Well then. Ah, great. Go back stunned. Okay. Right. First off, I could throw a grenade, but I don't want to get Duncan hit. So I'll move Duncan back here. Have him fall back. Have him blast this guy. And Isabel. Or no, Isabel. Get your grenade launcher out. I don't want to hit Duncan, so I'll shoot at this guy. Fire. Alright. Alright, start blasting. Nice. And the other guy too. Nice. Pick it up, throw it back at him. Yeah, she tried to throw a grenade at us, that's cute. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no, she is getting punched in the face. Okay. Go back. Oh boy. Okay, go back. Go back. Firstly, go here. Haste Kronos back up. Have Kronos go toe to toe with this guy. Stab him. Again, he's dead. And go into position right here. Let's do combat mage, and there's another mage over there. Alright. So go for the mage. Now let's test if she has a combat. Yeah, she does. I figured as much. Ow. Okay. Just go for an aim shot then. At the mage. At the mage again. That mage is dead. Right. Pick it up, throw it right back at her. Idiot. We're basically playing grenade volleyball here. Well, grenade badminton. Grenade dodgeball? What is that mage doing? Ow. Okay. Go back. Where's that haste? Or, okay then, heal yourself. Take an aim shot. Start firing on that other mage. Alright, Kronos. Let's stab this bitch. Hello. Goodbye. Okay, Duncan, patch yourself up. Get closer. Fire. Sandbag this guy. Isobel. Get right here. And shoot at that guy. Ow. Then start to cut up this bitch. You're not getting away with this. Duncan, actually go back. Use that on crate. Flanked, nice. Armor damaged, okay. First, shoot him. Go back. He's dead, alright. Now, just, where to run off to? Alright, go ahead. What did she walk into? Oh, what? Dragon line? How did I not notice? Okay, apparently those are temporary shaman buff points, I guess? I didn't realize they were a thing until now. I was wondering what those green lines were, but I guess now I know. Nice. Now it's just trade. Yeah, you're really forgetting about the orc with the giant sword coming at you. Little bitch. Die. Alright. Oh, it takes 0. Oh, it takes 0 cooldown. Nice. I'll give that to you, Duncan. Ooh. Oh, I like the added effect there. The acidic fog, I'll put it just outside of Kronos' range. Hopefully. Yeah, just hit her. Alright. Blast him. Alright. Aim shot. Hit her. Alright, Isabel, you get the final shot. Maybe. There we go. See you in hell, bitch. I spit on her corpse before I proceed to walk to the exit door? Yeah. Alright, we got our revenge. Let's go. We put that bitch down in her grave. Your PDA buzzes. The tone is instantly familiar. Kinley Chung is on the line. Pick up. Hello, dear. She swills something the color of overripe plums from a rock's glass. I take it you secured the Ares facility in Taipo. You're surprisingly well informed, Auntie. Our dear friend Jomo has been very good about sending regular progress updates. It's part of the job there, you know. So tell me, what are they doing there? What is being stored in the warehouse? It's in our, weapons, vehicles. Looks like everything needed to stock a medium-sized military base. Ah, I see. There's a long pause. Kinley looks down into her drink, and oh wait, how did I just realize? Jomo's the bloody contact. Ah, whatever. A contemplative look on her face. Finally, she raises a hand and takes another sip, then sets it down on a nearby table. I know Chiyo has offered to restore your sin. Make a calm call to Mitsuhama culprit and you get your old life back. I have a counter proposal for you. Of course you do, Auntie. I expect nothing less. Don't turn the warehouse over to anybody. Burn the fucker to the ground. If you do this for me, you'll be set within the Yellow Lotus for life. Every privilege that you can imagine, every extravagance, however rare or expensive, it will be all yours for the asking. All the price for some gasoline and a match. I'm surprised that you don't want to claim the warehouse for yourself. She waves your suggestion away as if it were a bad smell. Don't be daft. The warehouse and everything in it, it is Ares' property. If we were to claim it, how would we hold it? Further, how would it benefit to the Yellow Lotus to declare war on one of the most powerful megacorps in the Sixth World? Besides all that, we couldn't get there in time. Our response team is almost certainly en route. Even as we speak, destroying the warehouse is the most viable option. That's why we'd like you to do so. I understand, Auntie. Good, dear. I knew that you would. The old woman inspects her glass again, dipping her pinky down to tap at the ball of ice that floats in the center of her drink. It spins away from her finger. She closes her eyes with a sigh. Oh, and one more thing, Auntie Chung, that jade song that you sent us to retrieve, it got broken during transport. It's gone. Sorry. Her eyes snap back open, and her cheeks flush red with rage. Who broke it? Was it Chiyo? Did that incompetent bitch drop my stone? No, she wasn't even there. Must have hit something when the trailer got air. When the trailer got airlifted to Benteng. She makes a visible effort to calm herself. Still, Samurai dear, when you burn this house to the ground, see to it that Chiyo understands what it means to cross the Yellow Lotus, what it means to cost us money. I nod. She raises her glass to the screen and her voice feels cold. You've heard my offer, Steel Samurai, and you know what I'm willing to pay. I pray that you make the right decision, for all our sakes. Kinley's image flickers on your PDA screen, then winks out of existence. The call has been terminated. I'm gonna have to save for this. Well, we managed to get our revenge on that son of a bitch crate. Now we put a bullet in her head, thanks to Isabel. She got the last hit on her. Well deserved. Chiyo. I see you still have that accuracy bonus you casted on yourself. Anyway, Chiyo struggles to lift herself into a kneeling position as you approach. She looks at you with red-rimmed, horribly bloodshot eyes. The veins in her temples are still throbbing, and you can see the red crescents where her nails have been bitten into the palms of her hands. Steel Samurai is trait. She's dead. She closes her eyes. Good. That's really good. Now reach into my pocket and grab my PDA. Good. Now dial 1343 and tell corporate that the warehouse is secure. She closes her eyes. You'll handle the rest. Do what you have to do, but know that if you get your sin restored, our time running together is over. You and Duncan get your lives back, but the team dies in this room. You'll be going to some place that the rest of us can't follow. The line connects. The voice on the other end is smooth and professional. Mitsuhama culprit, please state the nature of your business. Well then. Now comes the heavy decision. Would Kronos would want his old life back? Or will he continue? Or will he continue to serve the Yellow Lotus and climb the ranks under Kinley Chung's wing? Mind you, Kinley Chung has been more or less on good terms with Kronos the whole time. She has, well, helped him out after the APB was called on us. Helped her more or less get revenge on Great because she gave the permission and everything. She was able to, well, help us get info about Raymond Black, aka Kronos' father, who was also known as Edward Song. In fact, yeah, she's done a lot for the team, honestly, if I'm being... and she has hooked us up with, like, plenty of weapons, cyberware, and armor. Yeah, Kinley Chung has done a lot, I'd have to say. But at the same time, he didn't really become a Shadowrunner by choice. But then again, Cho did in fact recruit him into this and help him get his revenge on Crate, the one who was part of the APB that was sent on us, and a person who was also, in fact, responsible for, well, the corruption in the HJPF, and also the main driver for Ares Microtechnology's attempt to take over the HJPF and to kick Mitsuyama out. But then again, Cho did kind of, well, manipulate Kronos into well, force, well, she did in a sense coerce Kronos into all this. Even though it did turn out to be good for Kronos' end and Duncan's end and Gobet's end and Isabel's end. Again, she did force us into this, and she did, well, forcibly extract information from our minds. But then again, but what does Kronos want, really? Does Kronos, see, the reason why he has the title of Steel Samurai is because he has his own honor of code. He likes to protect the innocent, he has the will of steel, he wants to act as a wall to protect those who do not deserve the cruel fates of to suffer any cruel fate from those who are, well, generally evil and selfish and willing to use those below them as stepping stones to gain what they desire. Now Kronos is, obviously he's going to be aware if he goes against Joe, Joe is most likely going to try and get revenge on Kronos, and if Kronos betrays Killing Chung Chung's obviously going to try and get revenge on Kronos for betraying her. But yeah, either way, either outcome will still result in Kronos facing even more danger in the future. Because if he betrays Cho, the team's going to be going against Mitsuhama. And if he betrays Killing Chung, well, the Yellow Lotus is going to come after him and Duncan, and he won't be able to access the rest of his team members because they'll be working for Killing Chung instead. Because they do not have any sins of their own, only Duncan and Kronos. What does Kronos want indeed? Either way, either side is going to threaten him. And although it would be easy to just get Cho killed in the warehouse fire now, so that she won't be able to set the blame on Kronos for doing so, Kronos he's not one to kill her after all that she's gone through and suffered. And the fact that she did pretty much help them get revenge and prevented the total corruption of the HJPF. But then again, did that even make much of a difference? Did that really make much of a difference? But who knows? But then, does Kronos truly want his old life back, though? He's already lost his foster father, Raymond Black, or Edward Song. Because, well, Edward Song had to sacrifice himself to fend back the Yama King, Chen Ya. What does he really want? Well, Duncan did say he wanted to go back to his old life. But that heavily stakes if Kronos sides with Cho. And if he did, then Duncan would get his old life back. And so would Kronos. But does Kronos truly want his old life back? Because, to be honest, either side's, it's quite, morally gray, I should say. Would he return to his city life, or would he continue his life as a Shadowrunner? Does Kronos truly want to get his old life back? That is the real question. Does he really want his old life back? He really wants... But then again, if he did side with Cho and if he were to get his old life back, he'd probably have to end up working for some corrupt corporation. And to help them get what they want, become a wage slave. Or if he could, or actually, yeah. If he did go back to his old life, he'll probably have to end up working for a corp anyway. Or if possible, the HJPF, because he does want to protect the innocent people. But given the background of the HJPF, after witnessing everything that has happened and going through all the information he has obtained on the HJPF so far, it doesn't seem to be as bright. But he also knows that Duncan doesn't like being a Shadowrunner anymore. He's already had a talk with Kronos. He seemed pretty set on getting his sin back. What does he want? Well, I guess. Now that I think about it, yeah. I guess Kronos won't. I guess Kronos. I guess against Duncan's wishes, Kronos will stick with his true, the Yellow Lotus. Because I don't think Kronos would believe that he'll be able to go back to his old life. Even if he were to get his sin restored along with Duncan's, it's most likely that there'll always be somebody out there who can easily just take it away from them, and then they'll be lost once again, having to fend for themselves without somebody like Kinley Chung to help them out. And besides, working as a wage slave for a corporation that is most likely going to be corrupt, that has an agenda that goes against almost every single part of Kronos' self-code. Yeah. You know, in all honesty, yeah. It seems that Kinley Chung's option seems to be way more, well, yeah, remaining aligned with the Yellow Lotus seems to be the best for Kronos, because yeah, ironically, ironically in his eyes, initially, of course, he never really liked. Well, actually, no, he was raised on the streets actually, so I guess he wasn't technically a criminal before the scheme even started. So yeah, but yeah, funnily enough, the criminal life seems to be the one that would allow Kronos to dispense, well, his form of justice in the world, no matter how big or small it may be, on almost every run he makes. He is able to make a difference in comparison to being just a wage slave, a city worker, because he's actually taking action and trying his best to align what he's able to do within his moral compass as best as possible. For him and everyone. For those who deserve better welfare than others. Alright. I've made my decision. Well, I should say Kronos has made his decision. We're burning this bitch to the ground, and we'll be asking for a medvac helicopter to pick up Chill. Sorry Chill, but I ain't siding with you on this one. Once you become a Shadowrunner, you're always a Shadowrunner. There's no way you can run from this one. Actually, have there been people who were retired as a Shadowrunner? I guess there have been, but they never really... I mean, they can retire. Shadowrunners can retire, but I don't think they've mentioned anything about getting their sins restored. So it is possible to retire, but not in the same way as what Chill has offered. So yeah, nah. Once a Shadowrunner, always a Shadowrunner. No matter how many times a sin gets restored or deleted. Sorry, Chill. Kenley's orders. Please repeat. It sounded like you said the warehouse was burning, but our satellite showed that the structure to be intact. Jesus, Kronos, think about what you're saying. This is our one and only chance to get our lives back. Please, reconsider this. I'm begging you. He can't, Duncan. Not if he wants the team to survive. I get where you're coming from, but you're putting yourself ahead of everyone else on the team. And that shit ain't right. I'm burning this damn place to the ground. Corporate, send the damn evac. Acknowledged. Stand by for evac. A series of rapid-fire clicks fills your ears, then the line disconnects. You're burning the warehouse? She coughs into her hand, and it comes wet with blood. Chung's orders? My decision, but I'm doing it for her, yes. Chill closes her eyes. I'm too weak to stop you. Do what you're going to do. Enjoy your life in the shadows, Steel Samurai. You just sacrificed your one and only chance to get out. Chill. No matter how many times you burn and restore your sin, once you start a life of being a Shadowrunner, it will always stick to you. And you'll always have enemies from the shadows who are waiting for that opportunity to take their revenge. And restoring your sin, well, that's one way for you to become an easy target. And besides, working for a corporation, I don't understand. I don't expect you to understand, Chill. But I don't want to be a wage slave who acts as a stepping stone for a corporation to stomp on those who deserved more than just suffering. Those who deserve a much better welfare in their life. And ironically, being a Shadowrunner, a criminal, ends up bringing about more action of good than I could ever be as a city dweller. A slave, a wage slave to a corp, or two, or more. Once you're a Shadowrunner, you can't go back, no matter how many times your sins get destroyed, or restored, I should say. Billowing clouds of choking smoke fills the sky, stinging your eyes and clogging your nostrils. The fire you set is doing its work nicely. Flames gout from the warehouse's windows, bathing you in waves of near unbearable heat. Things really going up, huh? Her face glows yellow-orange in the flickering light. Auntie Chung should be pleased. Yeah, I'm sure she will be. His voice simmers with barely repressed rage. When you see the old bitch, tell her that I've tendered my resignation. I'm sorry, Duncan, but the rest of the team's needs outweighs yours. He stares at you incredulously. You just sacrificed the one only chance I was ever going to lead to a normal life. What did the rest of the team have to lose? This was just a job to them. I'll tell you what this was. You put your own desire to play team leader over my motherfucking life. This isn't fair. Calm down and be reasonable. Listen to me carefully, Kronos. I'm done taking your orders, and I'm done with you. His fist clenches tight, and the muscles in his forehead, arms, bulge. He growls at you through clenched teeth. If we didn't go back as far as we do, I'd put a bullet in your fucking spine. So what are you gonna do? You should at least let us take you back to the Benteng, so you can get your stuff. I mean, it's all still on board on the Kraken. Cho responds in a weak voice. He can come with me on the medevac transport if he wants to. Okay, see you, Inspector. I'm with you. We'll ride the evac transporter out together. He glares at you over his shoulder. I'll send someone to pick up my shit later. Duncan, if that is what you want, it is your call. I'm sorry. You're right, it is. And from now on, that's the way it's gonna be. Your comlink buzzes again. Captain Jomos' face winks onto the screen. Ahoy, my friend! You are finished with the warehouse. That is much plain as day. Jomo can see the flames where he stands. It's probably the best that we can get a move on now. You don't want to be here when the owners of that warehouse come a-calling. You're probably right. Are you taking us back to Benteng? Yes, my friend. And from there, directly onto the Kraken. Kindy Chung has informed me that the big charges are afoot within our organization, and that we should prepare ourselves for a lengthy voyage aboard your fine ship. Jomo? The Kraken is seaworthy. She's like a sleeve with a rubber. Not anymore. You Thomas men have been working tirelessly to repair her in your absence. She isn't ready to set sail yet, but soon enough, she'll be perfectly capable of crossing the Pacific unaided. Crossing the Pacific? Jomo? Where are we going? To the new home of the Yellow Lotus, beautiful girl. His smile gleams. Come now, you must go. But trust Jomo. All will be made in clear time. See you later, Duncan. Hope Mitsuhama treats you well and not kill you after what's happened here today. Epilogue. The fire-wreathed warehouse burns at your back. The last of Ares and its legacy, soon to be nothing but a mound of embers. You return to Jomo and the drunken mistake. The pirate revs his engine and tears out of the harbor ahead of the medevac transport you called for chill. Your mind is a blur, thoughts come crashing through it like the mistake crashes through the waves. You know the inspector will live, but your opportunity to flee back to your old life has now left the table, gone from the moment you've torched the warehouse, just like Duncan, but this time for good. From the sound of things, his words echo in the back of your mind. their anger leaving little room for reconciliation. The drunken mistake speeds away from the Taipo harbor, carrying you back to Benteng. If there's anything you gleaned from Kilicho, it's that you and your team have a long sea voyage ahead of you. Indeed. The Kraken motors on, cutting through the choppy waves of the South China Sea. The chorus sound of Captain Jomo's voices echoes down from the wheelhouse. He's singing a crude Indonesian sea shanty, and in between verses he barks with laughter. Well, he seems to be enjoying himself. Hey, if singing helps him pilot this wreck, I'm all for it. I don't know, I kinda like it. It's so tonal, and I can't understand the lyrics, but you can hear that he's happy. Yes, quite. His gaze flits to the hatch leading down to his machine shop. Thankfully, the clamor of the shop work should drown out the captain's musical exuberance. Working in the shop would be risky with the engines up and running, but I welcome a challenge. Anyone else feels like the boat's a little empty these days? Gilbert snorts and shrugs languidly. I ain't Seattle, but this is how it had to happen. This is the life you chose for yourself. You're good at it, and you like it. Duncan doesn't. What did you expect him to do? Isabel shakes her head, sighing. Don't blame yourself, Steel Samurai. You're cut out for this life and he isn't. And the inverse is true. He had a normal life. You never did. What were you going to do? Go be a clerk in a stuffer shack? Sell tasers at a weapons world? Yeah, I can't really see it. Look to the future, not the past. That's how you progress into a better position in life. So tell me, my friend, what do you intend to do when we arrive in Seattle? Oh, they're setting up base in Seattle! Okay. Well, I want to stop by my old neighborhood in Redmond, see how it is these days. A slum's a slum, and I doubt that it will change in any significant way. Still, if that's what you want, so be it. You should probably also see that Kinley's try contact night after that. They're in Puyallup. And sooner we get hooked in with their network, the sooner we can get back to making money. I don't know about either of you, but I got a pretty good feeling about this. What you think, Seattle? You ready to show us the site of UCAS, and get into the whole set of new troubles? Because if you ask me, I think we're gonna have an interesting life no matter where we wind up. Isabel walks over to the nearby table and grabs a bottle of Jomo's Baiju off it. I'll drink to that. To the future, right? Whatever it might be. She pulls the cork out with her teeth and takes a long drink. She tosses it to you when she's done. Good fortune, and the future sounds right to me. And I drink. The Baiju burns like a slug of old kerosene and engine grease, going down the faintest aftertaste of copper wiring and shoe leather. Not the worst liquor that Jomo's got, not by a long shot. Gilbert laughs, throwing back her head. That's the spirit. No matter what happens when we make landfall, we'll be ready for it. Come hell or high water. We're survivors. Come on, toss the bottle over here. As you settle in for another day on the long trip to Seattle, you feel a sense of calm wash over you. Jomo's rough arias intermingle with the sounds of the wind and the waves. Blending into the white noise, it's a strangely comforting sound. At the aft end of the room A wide porthole gives you a view of the open ocean. The sky outside is so brilliant as to be almost blinding. Squinting at the light, you let your eyes close. For now at least, the horizon seems clear. Full circle, baby. Seattle feels strange after so much time away. It still feels like home, but it's curiously foreign at the same time. But with Kinley Chung and your crew on your side, you rapidly make it feel like you never left Hong Kong. Kinley introduces you to Zheng Li Quan, the Seattle Mountain Master of the Yellow Lotus, and through him you find both work and safety. With their help, the Yellow Lotus rapidly expands its influence in the Puyallup Barrens. Business booms in 2058, where Don James, the Hammer O'Malley, is assassinated, kicking off a gangland war that affords the Yellow Lotus rapid gains in both influence and territory. Through your own skill and Kelly's trademark ruthlessness, your team steadily carves out a large chunk of the Seattle Metroplex for the Triad. The expansion continues until the Renraku arcology inexplicably seals itself off from the outside world, trapping its 100,000 residents inside. The USCAS military cordons the structure off, casting a pall over the Metroplex. In response, the Yellow Lotus wisely chooses to slow their expansion, the better to remain off the military's radar. The world turns, seasons change, and life moves on. In the following months, Ares Microtechnology takes over the contract for the HKPF from Mitsuhama. The Tolo Harbor complex is completed, and a new, heavily militarized police force walks the street of Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, the feud between the Red Dragon Association and the Yellow Lotus erupts into a full-scale gang war in the early 2060s. The Red Dragons prevail in conflict, and the Hong Kong branch of the Yellow Lotus is completely annihilated, and the Triad traditions live on in the Seattle Metroplex, under the stewardship of Zheng Li Quan and Kinley Chung. Duncan's fate is forever a mystery to you. If he lives, you never hear from him again. You and your team remain as tightly knit as ever. Together, you look to the future and the promise that it still holds. And that's it, baby! Oof. Don't know what's gonna happen with Duncan. He's probably gonna be, recruited into the HKPF. Probably under, actually, no, he's probably dead. If I'm being completely honest. Because he did in fact work with Mitsuhama, so Ares would have probably started continuing on to shit on the Mitsuhama and properly eradicate them from the map. So yeah, I don't think, or maybe Duncan could end up working for Ares Microtechnology as one of their foot soldiers, and maybe Kronos and Duncan will have to face each other in the future, Naruto versus Sasuke style, or actually no, I should say Kakashi versus Obito style. Now that's an interesting fight there, because both Kronos and Duncan have melee weapons, and both of them have, well, quote-unquote rifle category weapons, even though I don't think a minigun's a rifle. But apparently in the game, it's considered a rifle, so I'm not going to argue with that. So yeah, that's going to be quite a fight if that happens. But yeah, he's probably going to end up working for the HGPF, trying to deal with things on his end, or maybe not, who knows. Don't know what's going to happen to him. And, yeah. And I guess Kronos, yeah, he'll still continue his Shadowrunning days, because, well, Kronos already knows that he cannot turn back. Can't turn back to his old life, because if he did, well, that means he won't be able to do anything. He'll have less freedom. He won't be able to do the things he did now to, well, dispense his form of justice in the community to support the welfare of those who actually need it. Although that agenda may not always be met in his runs, he'll still try his best to do so. That's why he tends to like constantly insist that, oh, we don't have to fight, we could just leave and nobody would get hurt. So that kind of thing. But yeah, that marks the end of Kronos' journey. The journey of the Steel Samurai ends here, and begins, well, off-screen, I guess, because technically his journey is never over in character-wise, but out of character, it's over. Yes, and now after all this, I gotta decide what other game should I play today, because I'm calling back to my Steam library. I have a little bit of a decision now, but yep. That shall be it for this series and this stream. Catch you in the next stream, where another journey begins after the ending of one. Or I should say, oh shit, I'm supposed to go there. When a journey ends, another journey begins. Stay tuned for the next stream.